Ain't nobody got time for that. 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 Hi dreamers and make believers. In today's video I am doing the Epic Reads book tag, a book tag that I discovered today through a Booktopia, Sasha Alsberg, and she discovered it through Epic Reads, who are amazing and you should go check them out, and I will link them both below. So the Epic Reads book tag is a bunch of questions about bookish sort of situations that you could find yourself in and how you would react to it, and like what ifs and imaginary scenarios, and it seems very fun and I'm very excited to do it. Now the questions are quite long, so I'm going to be reading them out of the notebook and then answering them obviously. So question 1 is, if you could invite one author and one fictional character to tea, who would you invite and what would you serve them? For this, I would definitely take Sarah J. Maas because she is just awesome, and I would love to pick her brain on all the things that she has written lately, and also on just all the things she's gonna write. And just, she seems like a lot of fun in the interviews that I've watched her in. She's funny, she's got like a naughty side that I think we could have a laugh over. She seems like chilled, laid back. Like, I would definitely have Sarah J. Maas over at my house for some like nice tasty treats. And the fictional character I would bring is actually a character that she has invented, and that is Rhysand, of course, my soulmate. I would of course have Rhysand, High Lord of the Night Court, at my tea with me, and I think I would serve them, well, I would serve Rhysand myself. But no, seriously, I would serve them probably some local dishes of Dubai, since that's where I live and they probably haven't tasted it before, so like falafel and shawarmas and like kofta and stuff like that. Question 2 is, what book do you wish an author would write a prequel for, and what would the main storyline be? I wish that Cassandra Clare would write a prequel to the Mortal Instruments series, because the storyline, the main storyline that I would want to read is Valentine. Valentine in school forming the circle that changed everything, you know, and I'd love to see Luke like crushing on Jocelyn and just how that evolved, and you know, she obviously doesn't really notice him, but then she says she kind of does, so I'd love to see that kind of thing where maybe she has feelings for Luke, but she's like, no, I love Valentine, but really she doesn't. Or is she lying to herself and did she not really notice Luke until like Valentine became all evil and then she noticed Luke? Question 3 is, what 2 characters not from the same book do you think would make a great couple? I think that Elias from An Ember in the Ashes and June from the Legend series could go together quite well. They are both pretty smart, like no, they're both very smart. They're both the best in their like academy, and they're both very strategic and strong and badass. Question 4 is, if you ran into your favorite author on the subway and could only say one sentence to them, who would it be and what would you say? So, for sure, if I could run into any of my favorite authors on the subway, I would love for that to be J.K. Rowling, because she is just the queen! And if I could only say one thing, it would be, stay! Where are you going? Come back! Talk to me! Or, assuming I couldn't just scream like a lunatic, I would instead say, why did you write Cursed Child? Because I have some serious questions about the existence of this book. It seems very unnecessary and very unlikely to me that Voldemort, who, you know, has split his soul into 7 Horcruxes and whatever, and who is trying to start like a world revolution, would have time to get down and dirty with Bellatrix Lestrange and make children. So I have some serious questions about that, because I don't think he's got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Number 5 is, what book made you a reader and why? Now, I was one of those ones that started reading when I was super young. I think I was about 3 or 4. So of course we're talking books like Spot. But then another favorite book of mine that I was just like, I want to do this, I want to create like magical awesome stuff, would be the 12 Dancing Princesses. And I must have been, I think, about 8 or 9 when I got to that one. And then as I got older again, then it would have been like Roald Dahl and Enid Blyton, this one book, The Faraway Tree. Oh my gosh, it still gives me goosebumps. I don't remember the story, but I remember so many of the characters. It was just so magical and so awesome. So those books definitely started my love of reading, and yeah, and it's just kept growing since then. Question 6 is, if your bookshelf caught on fire, oh my gosh, don't even joke about that. But if your bookshelf caught on fire, show us one book you would save. So if I could save one book if my bookshelf caught on fire, it would be the Harry Potter page to screen book, because I love this book. I love, of course, Harry Potter, and then I just love the movies and the books just so much. So, and I just love, just look at all this awesome stuff. And then there's just a beautiful poster. Oh, I can't lift it. It's a very heavy book, so probably not the best thing to carry if, you know, my house is burning down. But I'm gonna take this book because it's amazing, and because it was gifted to me by two of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Question 7 is, which dystopian world would you love to live in if you had to choose one, and why? So, dystopian world that I would love to live in would be the Red Rising world. And why? Because it's in space. Number 8, I feel, is an impossible question. And it is, what is your most epic read of all time? We're not going to the obvious Harry Potter series, but others that are right up there would be A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Rings and Ruin. Question 9 is tag some friends to do this tag. And I tag all of you guys, whether you have a booktube channel or you don't. Just try and answer these questions and see what you come up with. And question 10 is do a book shimmy.